Hey, DA, thanks. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast through the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about
the time
going into the playoffs. Teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward positions. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Adams in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at small forward. Now here's Morant. Takes a shot at the elbow. It's hauled in by Adams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Got a hand on it, but they'll get another chance. Paul kicks to Robertson. Tries again. On the wing, Brooks. They get it back. Jackson misses.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
For Memphis, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Morant with it. He's coming off a 19-point game against Denver.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
And the dunk by Winslow.
Well, Winslow plus power equals slam.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Adams taking his time here. Here's Paul, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. Even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
He misses the free throw. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
And he's good on the second. Well, the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. But they finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
There's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
Now, here is Gallinari. And he just worked New York in that last game. Back to Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City the rebound, and the rejection by Jackson. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. With the floater, and good that time. Winslow's got his second bucket of the night.
Pretty good pace on the pick and roll there from Winslow, jumping all over the defense when they give him the room to operate.
Now Paul. He had 16 points in the win against New York.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Here's Morant. Gallinari making his last shot. And here's Morant. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. And it's Paul with the ball for the Thunder, trailing by 5. Robertson kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Floats one. He takes it up and lays it in.
Gilgeous-Alexander comes at you in a lot of ways. There's floaters and pull-ups and drives. Pretty gifted offensive player.
Now here's Morant. Inside, Valanciunas. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Like to see Gilgeous-Alexander continue to get more and more consistent from there.
Pass to Jackson. To the left wing. Now here's Morant. Gallinari covering. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special. The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
The free throw drops for Jackson. And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
Now here's Paul. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Pulls up. Winslow's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 4. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Jones checked in for Memphis. Adams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. He can't hit that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Yeah, they had a few important guys sitting there on the bench at a time when they really could have used them on the floor. They have to play much more in control here tonight.
Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Nuggets in Denver. 6 to shoot. Thunder with the rebound. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
Well, the last time it was about feeding off of the glass and getting rebounds to ignite the offense, and that came up big for them. Great opportunities to get out and run.
Now here's Winslow following the shot by Chris Paul. Outside Jackson. Jones, no one around him. And again, Memphis no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
This is an area where Chris Paul has been solid every year, always right around 90% from the charity stripe.
The Thunder have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible, and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support it.
Timeout.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Well, it would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with a loss. They put up a good fight, and they had nothing to hang their heads on after that one.
You'd better keep your hands up if you've been playing with these guys over the past month, because if you're open, they'll find you. Chris Paul, fourth.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Jones, the pass to Melton. He kicks it to Anderson. Here's Clark. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Clock at 2. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And here now the Thunder, trailing by 2. Here's Paul. It's good. This game is all even. Paul's got 5.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Outside, Jones. Here's Clark. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Paul. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Ball going up court. Mirotic gets the bucket.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Memphis trailing here. Jones, the pass to Clark. He dishes it to Anderson. Pass to Melton. Memphis moving that ball around. Just 4 to shoot. It's up a 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Gallinari attacking. Good. And now a 3-point Thunder lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Clark. Here's Melton. Outside, Jones. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. Memphis shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
That one is off. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys, and it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball, Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
Now, here is Gallinari. That one a little long. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Anderson, and he converts the layup.
Anderson has those long strides anytime he's in the open court. A difficult player to guard when he's going to the rack.
Jones against Paul. The pass to Mirotic. Back to Paul. Fires the three. That one doesn't go. And it's Memphis the other way. Melton passes to Clark. And yes, it's good. Clark's got his second bucket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Paul kicks to Gallinari. Dishes to Mirotic. Back to Gallinari. Pass to Paul. Got it from 16 feet. Paul's got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
Well, second nature for Chris Paul to get shots up off the bounce. Love the form there.
No good from Clark.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. That's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
It's good. And for Memphis, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Anderson outside. 51 seconds left in the first. Shot clock at 5. Back to Clark. Latre. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, he's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's got 6. Paul finds Mirotic. Back to Paul. From outside the arc. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Anderson passes to Melton. Outside, Jones. Out to the right wing. Deep 2 from Anderson. No good from the wing. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Memphis out in front, up by 1. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Chris Paul talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position. You know, every night you look at the board, the coach is pretty much going to say, their team goes as such and such goes. You know what I mean? So that's the toughest part, and that's probably the funnest part, too, because it's competition.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Noel is out there with Mirotic. Then it's Mike Muscala. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Paul in at the point. Melton feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Anderson. Pass to Melton. To the paint. Here's Clark. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Schroeder outside. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. That one wide left. And you watch Dennis Schroeder, you can see how deadly Brent he can be when he's walked in.
Well, he accepted the role in Oklahoma City about coming off the bench and trying to be a spark plug for Schroeder. It's really about consistency, Kevin.
Here's Paul. The Grizzlies making the shot. Schroeder outside. Kicks to Noel. And here's Mirotic from beyond the arc. The Thunder keep it going. A new 14-second clock. Here's Anderson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Schroeder looking over the floor. He feeds it to Muscala. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's Melton. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Melton's got the lead up to 9 now for Memphis.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere. Under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
For the Thunder, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Robertson comes in for Mirotic. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Paul. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And it's Schroeder missing. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Thunder trailing by 11. Schroeder passes to Muscala. And Robertson has it in the corner. Back to Muscala. They need this. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
The motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
Memphis leading by 9. Brooks with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Adams, some nice D.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the score by Oklahoma City. Brooks outside. Here's Jackson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now Robertson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Gilgeous-Alexander becoming more and more comfortable where he can score on the floor.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Now the pass to Jackson. And Adams sends it back. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Clock at 6. And Valanciunas kicks to Winslow.
Robertson out there to play defense. He excels at getting off the ground so quickly to get the block.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He picked up 24 points in their last one against New York. Here's Schroeder. Adams controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, he gets so few attempts in the post to show off some of his footwork. A good percentage of Adams' offense comes off of putbacks.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
And it's time for a look at our rookie leaderboard to see which rookies have been the most dangerous scorers in the league over the last 10 games. Ja Morant, number 1.
And that's just an impressive scoring run. And, guys, I don't think he's done. He's got a lot more where that came from.
And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Schroeder outside. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Robertson. Pass to Schroeder. 6 to shoot. No good with the triple.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. 7-point differential.
Well, Robertson, a nice job that time distributing the basketball, and a dependable player in these offensive schemes if he does that.
Brooks, the pass to Morant. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight, and few players are more explosive athletically.
That's good from Morant. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Now, here's Adams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Here's Morant. Steven Adams making his last shot. Now here's Morant. 9 points in the game so far. No good from Valanciunas.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now here's Robertson. He's guarded closely. Schroeder outside. A floater. Here's Adams. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And Memphis called for the foul.
Well, love the aggressive play here from Adams. He gets the shot he wants, and now another opportunity to challenge himself at the free throw line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Well, that's a guy out there in Steven Adams that you just have to pay attention to. Every night he's going to bang around the opposing big guys and be a threat around the rim to score and pick up offensive rebounds.
Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Morant. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Gallinari's checked in. No good on the second free throw. And with Adams on the offensive glass, he is impossible to move.
Well, that's a big reason why a couple years ago, Kevin, he grabbed more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds. So you know he's going to live in the paint.
Now here's Winslow. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. And so he's able to get one of two. Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
Here's Brooks after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Passes to Valanciunas. That shot off the mark. Adams, some nice D.
They've been able to have some team success in this game, despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Winslow against Schroeder, and the dunk by Winslow.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it attacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's Schroeder, rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds in the game. Jones kicks to Brooks. Pass to Valanciunas. Adams, some nice D.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And it's in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 here in this quarter.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
The pass to Brooks. Here's Valanciunas. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
Winslow's shot is off.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Now here's Winslow. 6 points for him. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And it goes down 2 points. Valanciunas has got 5.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Schroeder passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Jones. The Grizzlies pull it in. Valanciunas has got 8 rebounds in this game. Jones looking for an opening. High arcing shot. Jackson has the open look, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
I think he wanted to shoot that ball, but you see your teammate wide open. Be a good teammate. Make the delivery.
Schroeder outside. Over Brooks. Brooks grabs the board.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Winslow. The Thunder pull it in. Gallinari's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Schroeder. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Schroeder's got his 2nd basket of the night. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jones, the pass to Valanciunas. The dish now to Winslow. Jones with the bounce pass. Here's Jackson. Thunder with the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And no good that time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by 4. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Well, they shot under 40% in the half. That tells the story right there. The defense deserves some credit for disrupting them a little bit, but they need to counteract with more creativity on offense. Fewer isolations, more movement, better shot selection.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Now Valanciunas, Jackson, and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the 3. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Grizzlies shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Valanciunas hits them both. Thunder trailing by 6. Paul passes to Adams. And here's Gallinari outside. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Now here's Morant, defended by Paul. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
The rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
This is his 2nd attempt at the line tonight.
One shot.
And as good as Morant's been, there's still plenty of upside. One of the younger players to enter the draft in 2019.
Now here's Paul. The 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Now here's Morant. He's covered closely. Here's Valanciunas. No good. Shot missing. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Gallinari passes to Robertson. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Memphis. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Brooks, left side. Winslow, the pass to Valanciunas. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got 3 assists in the game. Paul dishes to Gallinari. Back to Robertson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Yeah, you might ask for help down there. You got to push Steven Adams out of the paint, and you can't give him good looks like that.
Pass to Valanciunas. Over Adams. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got 6 here in this quarter.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Gallinari outside. Dives for it and out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And with this break, why don't we check out the hottest shooting point guards over the last month. Ja Morant, 3rd.
Some remarkable shooters in that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
Well, it's about taking smart shots and playing with great control. And that smart shot selection coupled with tremendous pure shooting, that's got them on the top of the list.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Winslow wide open. He fires. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ball outside. Here's the lob to Adams. Hammers the alley-oop through. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
Sometimes you raise your eyebrows at the things Steven Adams does athletically at his size. Almost impossible to stop him once he's at the rim.
Now here's Morant. 12 points for him. Pass to Valanciunas. Gets a very good look and converts. Valanciunas has got 8 points in the quarter.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free, and you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
For the Thunder, Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. And Mirotic subbed in for Andre Robertson. Thunder trailing by 7. To the inside, here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
The Thunder have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Paul outside.
Get through.
He kicks it to Gallinari. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Mirotic. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. The feed to Noel. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. 10 points for him. Mirotic, the pass to Noel. That shot off. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Down low. And it's Clark slamming it down.
And when Clark is on fire, he stays aggressive. You got to love how this young fella is willing to dominate games.
Now here's Noel. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Anderson against Gallinari. Fade away. The rebound by Anderson. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander following Ja Morant's 3.
Chris Paul tapping into that absolute best magic tonight. For a long time, he set the standard for point guard play in the NBA.
Now here's Morant. He's got 15. Here's Clark. Shoots over Mirotic. The offensive rebound. Anderson lays it up off the glass. Anderson's got 6 points.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Here's Paul. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
A super touch on the floater there from Chris Paul, fooling the defense completely and then getting off the difficult shot.
Here's Clark, covered by Mirotic. No good from Clark.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 10 points for him. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Chris Paul.
And once Paul makes up his mind, he does not hesitate on that play and is developing his three-point game later in his career.
Here's Clark. 13 points in the game. From deep three-point range, Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Feeds it to Paul. He dishes it to Noel. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded closely.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good recognition right there. He reacts quickly to what's happening out there.
Morant passes to Melton. Now here's Morant, defended by Paul. There's the pass to Morant. And that time, also a missed shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Out to Gallinari. From deep. Second chance shot, and the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Mirotic.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now here's Morant. He's got 15. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And here's a look at the stats for Chris Paul. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month, averaging 17 points per game, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
The first one falls.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Jones checked in for Memphis. The Thunder also changing it up. Muscala comes in for Gallinari. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And so Clark nails both of them.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Now here's Paul. 18 points for him. Here's Noel. It's rebounded by Memphis. Clark's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Morant. He's off on that one. Excellent D there from Mirotic. Here's Paul. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Memphis leading by 3. Now a timeout called by Memphis. And you talk about Nikola Mirotic. He won't wow you with his athleticism, Greg, but he's big, he's skilled, and we both know he knows how to play.
Rebounds his position. Offensively, a face-up forward. He can shoot and attack off the bounce. And as you mentioned, great IQ for the game.
Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. Second, the Grizzlies.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Now here's Paul. 20 points for him. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Pass to Clark. Excellent D there from Mirotic.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously. A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
Paul with the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Jones finds Anderson. Here's Clark. He's covered by Noel. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 8 points in the quarter.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
Passes it to Muscala. Schroeder outside. Back to Muscala. The shot will not fall. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. It's Anderson with the drive and finished off by Anderson.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Charity stripe shot. And it's Morant with the rebound. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Jones the pass to Clark. Dishes to Morant. They get a hand on it. Just 5 to shoot. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Paul with the ball. That one off the back iron and out. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Here's Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. They trail by 9 points. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Thunder. They've got Muscala. Robertson is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Mirotic in at the 3. That shot off. Memphis leading by 9. Morant passes to Jackson. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Adams outside. Schroeder outside. Misses the 3. Grizzly shooting here about 46% for the game. There's Winslow, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, Winslow gets aggressive and puts the defense on their heels, leaving them no chance but the foul.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
So much intrigue around Justice Winslow, who's still trying to find the right position in the NBA. Last year, a lot of it was at the point guard position as a wing.
He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Schroeder kicks to Robertson. Pass to Mirotic. Takes it off the glass.
Well, this is what you'd like to see more of. Mirotic showing how effective he can be on the inside as well.
Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded. And the pass to Brooks. An easy 2 points on the layup. Brooks has got the lead up to 12 now for the Grizzlies.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Schroeder passes to Robertson. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Schroeder against Brooks. And it's Schroeder missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Morant kicks to Brooks. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Gilgeous Alexander's checked in. Here's Mirotic, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Justice Winslow.
Yeah, more of this from Mirotic would be a good thing for this ball club. When he's aggressive inside, he's capable of drawing contact and finding some freebies.
And the first one at the line is good.
Mirotic sometimes gets one-dimensional out there, but I know one thing the coaching staff really loves about him. He brings competitive fire to every game, and that's something any coaching staff loves to count on.
So he gets them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Morant. Plays it up and banks it in.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Gilgeous Alexander with it. Jackson on him. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Throw good, Adams.
Well, Adams has his struggles at the free throw line, but he's making strides in that area and still has work to do.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Schroeder. Pass to Brooks. Inside, there's Winslow. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. That one's not going to go.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Robertson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Adams. Nice D from Valanciunas.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Brooks finds Valanciunas. Clock at 6. Passes it to Winslow. Over Robertson. Winslow's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 9. Now here's Robertson. Schroeder outside. Over Morant. And that one's good. Schroeder.
And Schroeder just one of those guys with his speed, extremely difficult to guard. He gets the screen, uses the quickness, advantage Dennis Schroeder.
Poked away. Adams brings the double team. No good from Valanciunas. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a sixth-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Good from Schroeder.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Schroeder hits them both.
The potential Schroeder has is pretty exciting. Such a lightning quick point guard.
Here's the floater. Offensive rebound. No good from Valanciunas. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And Adams sends it back. And they get it back.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, it's almost like he's got a magnet on that ball here tonight. He's in the right spot all the time.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
Morant with it. Floats one up. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Gallinari's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And the rejection by Valanciunas. There's Winslow. Here's Morant. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Morant's got 10 points here in the second half.
An awesome rebounder at that position. The energy level Morant puts forth on the glass is tremendous.
Gallinari on the wing, guarded by Valanciunas. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rejection by Jackson. Now Morant. Timeout called the Grizzlies.
Start it.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins's message to his team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin will see if they can make that adjustment.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Schroeder passes to Adams. Gallinari surveying the D. Takes it from 10. Adams' shot is off.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Valanciunas, good.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
You saw it by that putback there. He's just completely locked in. They're getting full contributions from him right now.
Schroeder kicks to Robertson. Back to Schroeder. Fires top of the key. Grizzlies with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Now, team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
The turnaround jumper, and that one goes long.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Morant passes to Jackson. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jackson gets it to go. Jackson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Grizzlies. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Adams outside. Gallinari outside. That one's off, still out of sync.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Robertson. Robertson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Schroeder kicks to Robertson. Schroeder outside, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got assist number 5 here tonight. To the middle, here's Brooks. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Brooks has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Schroeder finds Robertson. And here's Gallinari outside. It's rebounded by Memphis. Winslow's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. There's the lob to Jackson, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Gilgeous-Alexander. He can't get that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
And he gets it to go. Morant's got 23 points.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
Well, they got to be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ja Morant.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
It's just too bad they're on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. It would have been nice for him to have a chance to perform like this in the postseason. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Brooks. Misses off the right iron. And the Grizzlies leading by 16. And here's Morant. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
And staying with the play, Valanciunas.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Paul passes to Adams. Kicks it to Gallinari. The Thunder with another miss.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Trying to end the drought. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Memphis.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split 2 games apiece.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Ja Morant.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him. Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Pass to Valanciunas. And here's Winslow. Adams defending. Here's Morant. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Grizzlies lead by 21. Paul kicks to Gallinari. Up top, Robertson, covered by Winslow, kicks it out to Paul. Shoots over Morant. He's off from 17 feet, so no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.